go to share the screen in a second, but I want you to understand my thoughts on this and the type of opportunity that you have for the next 4 weeks. It's the only time in our lives, in our career with LifeVantage, that we're going to have an opportunity for a month to take advantage of the old and take advantage of the new. Okay, it's never going to happen again. And this is that particular month. And what I mean by that is in February, and I'm just going to use and I'm sorry, there's still a lot of people logging in. I'm going to use collagen as an example, but it's any product. It's just everyone's been on such a binge with collagen. I'm just going to use that as an example. But in February, we have an opportunity to earn $45 in commission on collagen plus the $15 in collagen cash. So $60 on enrolling a new customer with collagen. Now, the collagen cash is going away. Okay, this is it. And we may never see it again. Okay, because that money has been rolled into the new comp plan. So it may be a special bonus once a year or something that they do, but we're not going to see that again because that's been rolled in to what we're going to start getting paid in March. But think about this for a second, and I'll show you the numbers, but here's what I want you to keep in mind. One of the things that we've always done throughout our career is when there was something coming up in business, and let's just call it now, it's New Orleans, all right, coming up. Well, because it's a spring break week and it's St. Patrick's Day weekend, it's an expensive time of year to go to New Orleans, both with air and hotel and Airbnb and just in general, okay? It's one of those times a year. It's not that far off of Mardi Gras. It's just the time of year where New Orleans is very, very busy. So when you have a trip coming up, and it could be San Antonio in October, it could be something else, we always like to look at what did we need to do in additional business to pay for that event. Okay, what was it that we needed to do? So what I want you thinking about as I go through these numbers, number one, you know, we expect each and every one of you and more to be in New Orleans. And think about what I'm going to show you is how you will pay for it so it doesn't cost you anything. This is how you pay for it, okay, what I'm about to show you. And the timing is perfect because we have an opportunity to earn. So what is $60 on $139.99, say $140? That's about what, 45%? Because we're getting 40, it's about 45%, I guess. It's 50 would be if we earn $70, we're earning 60. So it's about 45% commission. What did I say that we could max out our subscription earnings if we had at least 36 customers in March? Did I not say we get 30%? So I want you to think about something, okay? We have an opportunity to earn 75% in the next 60 days, okay, on the new customer coming in this month and it going out in March on subscription, okay? We have an opportunity to earn about 75%. Now, if you're not at 30%, okay, it could be 70%. If you're only at 20, it could be 65%. It doesn't matter. The lowest that you could make is 10% next month. So if you made 45 this month and 10 next month, you're still making 55% in commission. Okay. So when I go to the next slide, what I want you to understand is, okay, a hotel cost X, a plane ticket cost X, and I don't care if you already bought it. This is how you get reimbursed for what you bought. Okay, what I'm going to show you. But we always did this for 25 years in the other company. We always worked backwards. And this is not, let's say you're already earning a check and it's a certain amount of money. This is not coming out of that. See, new enrollment means new income. Okay, it means new upfront money that you get paid, you know, either daily or every 3 or 4 days, depending on what rank you are. So this is how we went about paying for things that came up, that so that it didn't come out of our normal everyday earnings or cash flow. Okay, that was the whole point. So let me see if I can share the screen. Okay, so just nod or let me know, but can you see that as the slides up? They're up. Okay. So I'll bring everybody back at the end and we'll answer questions and whatever it is that you got on your mind. But let me see if I can do full screen on this. Okay. And then I'll come back there. So the special opportunity for once in a lifetime is as follows. Okay. February, starting today, it's the last month of the old pay plan, which means it's the last time that we earn 40% on our enrollments. Okay, that one time 40%, it's the last time. So if I'm using collagen, and since it's the last month of collagen cash, that's why I chose that. Okay, it's the last month of 40%, and it's also the last month of collagen cash. So 40% of a collagen order is $45. If you're a nitpicky person, it's $44.80. I rounded it off, okay, to 45. And then, of course, $15 in collagen cash. So that's where the $60 comes from. So every new person that we get, okay, on collagen, and you need to do it on subscription so that you understand what I'm going to show you next, okay? Because obviously there's no commission next month. If it's not on subscription, it will just be this month. So the whole point moving forward is that we have all of our customers on subscription. And even if they need to skip a month or two, whatever that is, we never let them cancel their subscription, because they'll delete their loyalty program and they'll have to start over, that new customer loyalty program. All we do is either skip the month or move it out 3 or 4 months until they want it again, but we never cancel it. Okay, and you got to tell your customers that we move them out as far as they need it moved out. We do not cancel it unless it's canceled, and then they don't care about the loyalty program and they just never want to use it again, and then that's that. Okay, so let's work with this number, $60 in February with our collagen customers. Okay, now you may have seen this. I texted it to a lot of you and I posted it, but in order to get the additional percentages on our personal sales bonus, let me explain one thing. Okay, we cannot see when my mouse is circling around that $11.20. That is 10%. You know, the points, the PV on the collagen, notice that's 112. So the least that we could ever make is 10%. So that's where the 1120 comes from. So you'll notice the 1120 is in each box. Okay, all 4 boxes, it's there. That's the minimum. So now, as long as you have at least $500 in customer sales volume, so that would be 5 people on collagen, okay? And remember, your old ones count. See, that's another benefit of being in the business, you know, now, and we're going into a new plan. All our old customers count towards these bonuses here that I'm about to share with you. Everything we got counts. The thing that is really exciting is everything new we do counts, and we get to make that $60 on it on top of these numbers. So here's what happens. As long as you have at least 5 customers and you're between $500 and $999, you're going to get an extra 5%. So you're going to earn in March the 1120 plus 560. That's the 5%. So you're going to get an extra $16.80. You'll see on the next slide, I rounded it off to $17. So if it's $17.60, that we got in February, we earned $77 between February and March on that one customer on collagen. Obviously, if they're on collagen and fat burn, if they're on collagen and Nerf2, it's bigger. Okay, the commissions get bigger. These numbers are just collagen. So if you have, I believe this is 8 or 9 customers, but if you're between 1,000 points and 2,000, $19.99, you get an extra 10%. Okay, so we get that $11.20, which is the minimum. Here's another $11.20 because that's the extra 10%. So now we're earning $22.40 on every subscription of collagen. And if we add the $60 to that from last month, we made $82 between February and March on that one customer with collagen by having them on it for the first month and then keeping them on it for the second month. If we have, this is in the vicinity of maybe 18 customers, I'm going to call it 20, okay? And we got 2,000 points, we're getting an extra 15%. Okay, so we're getting the first 10, the extra 15%. Now we're at 25%. We're getting $28 in commission, okay, on that collagen going out, each and every order of collagen that goes out. Now, just to put this in perspective, last month, it was 2%. 2% of 112 points is $2.24. So last month you earned $2.24. Next month it's $28. More than 10 times the money for the subscription of collagen. I mean, think about it. It's mind-boggling. Okay, it's mind-boggling. So combined 60 and 28, it's $88 for the order going out in February and March. And then if you have over 4,000 points on collagen, that's 36 customers, okay? You're getting an extra 20%. We call that diamond. So you're getting the 11.20, right? That's the first 10%, okay, the 11.20. You're getting another 22.40. That's the other 20%. Okay, we added together $33.60. I mean, just think about that number for a second. Every single month moving forward, if you have 4,000 points, you're going to earn $33.60 every single month on every single collagen order. How, I mean, that isn't that mind-boggling. I mean, think about that. Okay, so now $33.60 and $60 from February is $93.60. We're going to call it $94. Okay, so if we earn $60 in February on our enrollments, and then in March we add another $17 to it, well, that's the minimum. Okay, another $22, another $28, another $34. Those numbers just depend on what your total number is. Okay, that's all that means. But we have a chance over February and March with people getting collagen twice to earn between $77 and $94 on each and every collagen order. Is that mind-boggling or what? I mean, seriously. Yeah, I mean, you got to think about that for a second. $77 to $94 is our earnings on them signing up and getting it and it going out one more time in March. So if we use these numbers, and I'm going to stop the share, I'm going to go back to the screen with you guys. Okay, are we all back? I think we're back, right? Okay, so here's what you do. You're going to earn, you want to round it off to a real simple number, not take the minimum, not take the maximum. Let's call it $80. Let's just call it $80, okay? So for every customer you get in February and they're on subscription for March is worth $80 to you. So now, how many of them do you need to get to pay for a, I don't know, a $500-600 ticket, you know, plane ticket, to share an Airbnb or share a hotel room with somebody, you know, to register for New Orleans, although probably most of you are already registered for it. How many do you need to get to cover your trip? Well, can we just use, say, $1,000? It's probably a little more than that, okay? But let's just use $1,000. Say you're splitting a room with somebody, okay? That's 10 or 12 customers will cover you. Okay, that will cover you. So this is the challenge, okay? Let's all do our best, and April and I are playing the game with you guys, okay? We're going to do the same thing. Let's see how much we can do in February, and then take advantage. The more we do in February, that bigger that basket, that bonus is going to be. That personal sales bonus is going to be come, March. And remember, all of our old customers will be included in that number in March. Okay, all of our old ones. So all we're trying to do in February is get the immediate income up to cover some expenses and get your number up so you're maxing out the personal sales bonus. Get that number, look where you are and say, okay, I'm at 500. Well, do what you got to do to get yourself to 1,000 or 2,000 so you're picking up those extra percentages. But I'll tell you, if you get yourself in the habit of doing this quarterly, biannually, it's the most fun you'll ever have. I mean, we always played games because in this business, when you're self-employed in a business like this, you got to play some mental games with yourself. You got to just entertain yourself. Okay. Watch this. I'm going to get Jaya really, really, really excited right now. Jaya, do not write this down, and it's not promised, but here's what I heard. And Dr. Goodman, you should get excited too, and Katerina should get excited. Okay. I heard that on February 22nd, the guest coming in to do the meeting is Rachel. Yeah. Yeah, I bet you're happy about that one, man. Can you imagine? I heard it's Rachel. And the company just asked that April and I go there also so that we can help the group with whatever needs to be done. So we will both be there. And somebody from corporate will be there, either Skylar or Jeff. Okay. So we want the most that could happen this weekend with April being there, because you got the Friday night and the Saturday. But then 3 weeks from now, look at what we got to look forward to. Okay, so as that gets finalized, but this is a phone call that just happened, and they're the ones that told me they had Rachel coming, but I'm going to reach out to Rachel and make sure she tells me that she's coming. so, but wouldn't that be great? So let's get back to the reason for the call tonight. This is the only time now that we're going to have a chance to earn $60 on collagen. Okay, $60. It's the last chance that we get the 40%, because the compensation plan has been redistributed and things are changing, and there's going to be a lot more money paid now on the repeat subscriptions. Okay, so I'm not going to go into that. It's not the purpose of the call, other than February is the last month for the 40. So I'm telling you, set some goals to have February pay your way for New Orleans, okay? And I know some of you are already registered and some of you may already have your room, but if you do, look at what you paid to be there and use that number to get reimbursed. Just work backwards with the number. If you already are going and you already paid for everything and you already have everything, add it up and make that your number and apply it to what I've been saying and work backwards with it. Because I got something to tell you. Those stories of you accomplishing those, let's call them mini goals, there is nothing more important than you being able to share that with new people as you bring them into the business. Okay, because you're going to hear all kinds of stuff when new people get in. Well, I got involved in the business to earn money, not spend money. Yeah, but you got to learn how to build your business. And this business is like a fishbowl. You get as big as the bowl you're in. And if you're in a little bowl, I could show you my turtle. He's right over here. Okay. He was in a little bowl that I gave my son when my son turned 5. A little turtle bowl. He was in there. Now he's in a 100-gallon tank and he's 23 years old. And I heard he's got another 50 or 60 years ahead of him. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Let me see if I can show you him. See the tank? That's a 100-gallon tank. Okay. And he's this big now. Okay. But it's an example of how this business works. You grow according to the size of the fishbowl. And if all you do is work from your kitchen table, if all you do is occasionally go to a local meeting, that's your fishbowl. And you'll get as big as that bowl. Okay. But what happens when you go to a Phoenix or a New Orleans or a San Antonio or one of those, your vision gets expanded and it can never be shrunk back to what it was. Once your vision's expanded, it's expanded. That's it. It's done. Okay. So that New Orleans is going to be a big deal. And this is how we all pay for it. And I promise you, April and I, even though we've already paid for our trip, we already have an Airbnb, we already bought our plane ticket, we already paid for it. I'm going to put those numbers together, and whatever we laid out for that, we're going to do enough new business and college and customers between February and March to cover it. Okay, we're going to do enough new business to do it. So that's my challenge to you, and that's what I want you to share with your teams. I want you to get them to understand there's anywhere from, I guess it's 10, so 55 to 75% commission to be earned in the next 60 days on collagen. That's the number. And get your new people doing it. Okay. I'm telling you, when we get into the regular plan come March and people start seeing 20, 25, 30 bucks a month coming in on every collagen order, things are going to go berserk. Because it was $2, $3, or $4, and now it's $20, $30, $34. It's up about tenfold for most people. Okay, that's the increase because they are rewarding the people that are doing the work in today's world. They are reimbursing people that are doing the enrolling in 2023, and that's where the big change is coming. Okay, money came from the top and it went to the middle, so the people in the middle can get to the top. If that makes sense to you, but it makes perfect sense to me. Okay, because there's an investment in your business that's required to get to the top, and it's generally training and vision is what's needed with it. And after a while, maybe some advertising. And this is how you pay for those things, so it doesn't come out of your regular check. Doing things like I just talked about. So we got a couple minutes left. If you have any questions in regards to what I talked about, nothing else, anything else, just text me. Okay. But in regards to what we talked about here tonight, please ask. And if you have that idea or question, probably everybody else does. So don't be shy. You got anything, Jaya? Zuma? I know you know your numbers. You got it? Exciting or what?
I want to go to Chicago.
I bet you do. Yeah, it's going to be cold this weekend, and there's no doubt it'll be cold February 22nd also. But yeah, there's a lot of leverage that you can have get out of Chicago right now. But it all starts with this weekend with everybody attending, and never, ever, ever attend an event by yourself. Always have guests with you. Always. I mean, it's just, that's how you build your business. You've already seen it. Okay. So yeah, maybe you can explain it better by seeing it again, but you earn money by having new people see it that haven't seen it. Okay. So you still got a couple days to get some guests. So round them up and make sure you confirm with them. And if you have to pick them up, pick them up. Okay. But once they see it, they'll love it. You just got to get them to see it. That's always the challenge.
I was there last month, a few weeks ago, maybe 2. So I'm saying if Ali goes to Chicago, I'll go.
Allie, I think she just kind of threw a challenge out there, I'll tell you, if you guys if you're going this weekend or live there, obviously you need to fill the room up with guests. That's all there is to it. But if the 22nd is getting you excited, you got 3 weeks. It's actually 3 weeks from Wednesday is right. 22, right? Yeah. Yeah, so you got 3 weeks and it's actually, I guess, 3 weeks from tonight. Right, 3 weeks from tonight. Yeah, because today's the first, so it's 22nd. Boy, that'll be one, you know, it's not, it doesn't happen every day that a local group gets to have, you know, probably the best presenter in the world in LifeVantage come into town locally. You know, that
It's also
doesn't happen.
close by, but she's right in Minnesota.
Yeah, I know that's close by, and she'd probably in the only place that's colder than Chicago right now is northern Minnesota. It's like, she calls it Siberia. Whenever she refers to anyone asks where she lives, she says Siberia. That's, but they got a beautiful lake house at just Siberia in the winter. That's all. So, but we're excited, gang, and like I said, we want to see you take advantage of it. You know, Jeff and Skylar called and they, you know, they just kind of in their own way said, you guys are both going to go on the 22nd. So that was that. Okay. I had April's tickets, but I wasn't sure, but we will both be there. And, but it starts with this weekend. And honestly, it starts tonight because you just saw the numbers. That $60 is going away. So let's make as many of them as we can, you know, in February, take advantage of the new reimbursements coming on our subscriptions. And let's all pay for New Orleans. And then, you know, we'll do it again in the summer to cover San Antonio, you know, with the global event that's coming. So anything else or anyone else? I mean, I'm not in a hurry. Anyone else got any questions? We good? Was it helpful? Kind of some big numbers for some retail orders, isn't it? When you think about it, you know, those are really some big numbers, man, when you're talking about, you know, those kind of orders. So take advantage of it and let's all have a good time in New Orleans. And, you know, it's kind of hard not to have a good time in New Orleans. It's what they're known for, but I can't imagine St. Patrick's Day piled on top of spring break in New Orleans. Like they need a freaking excuse. You know, it's like it's double dipping. I don't know who at corporate thought it would be a good idea to have a conference on St. Patrick's Day in New Orleans. I'm wondering who the rocket scientist was, you know, that determined that one. But anyway, we're excited and hopefully we'll see you all there. But you'll see April in Chicago. You guys know how to reach me, and then we'll start talking about the 22nd. So look at your back office. All the dates for February are posted. Like Florida, for you guys in Florida, it's going to be in West Palm Beach this month, not Orlando. And it's later in the month. There's for those of you that got East Coast business, they're doing Bethesda. They got a date in Maryland this time coming out. Look in the back office under events, and all the February dates are there already. They're already posted. So we got a little notice this time more than last time. But have a good night, everyone. I appreciate you getting on short notice. Thank you. Bye-bye.